Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to a brand new season of the Club Day Masters. In case you didn't hear, last season was unfortunately cut short for reasons we won't be getting into. But alas, we are back for season 2, and a couple of changes has happened since then. So we're going to get into it pretty shortly, but let me introduce ourselves. My name's Isaac Edwards, back for another season, and also back for another season is Jonathan Hancock. Jonathan, good evening.
Good evening, Isaac. How are you this afternoon?
Yeah, good. Couple of changes that's happened in the last the transition between first and second season, and I think the biggest one having to be is a new car. So we're not running the GT4 cars this season. We are running the Mazda MX-5s.
Yeah, it's more of an entry-friendly car. Get everyone up to speed.
Yeah, it is very equal within each other. I was about to say the only things you can change is the setup, but I believe it's a fixed setup race, so it's pretty much every man for themselves. And another thing that's also happened is that we've had a pre-qualifying session for the drivers who have intentions on racing in the series. So got quite a few decent drivers in the field. And we're here at the first round at, of all places, Mt Panorama Motor Racing Circuit in Bathurst, New South Wales. And it feels like the masses are pretty much at home.
Yeah, they're light and nimble and can get around here what seems to be quite easily.
Yeah, it's like the America's version of the Toyota A6 series that we have in Australia. They've raced in Mount Panorama. For those watching at home in Victoria, hope you guys are safe and well during these uncertain times. Basically, just stay inside, stay hygienic. If you're going out, please wear a face mask. Don't want people like that woman at Bunnings say otherwise. Anyway, it's a 10-minute qualifying session, but you can only really fit in 4 laps. 3 laps in. So every lap is needed in this case. Ooh, 3 wide down the chase, but they're not. It's not a race session yet. Already treating it like it's a bit of a race. So, a couple of new faces, a couple of familiar faces returning for season 2, and Ivan is the first driver to put in a time at 2 minutes 38.1. Oh, as he 1x's the next lap. Quite a few people making their return from last season, as well as a couple of new faces to the series. As we talk about new faces, that's Aaron Hindle going into the top spot with a 2 minute 36.9. First one in the 36s. Jack Boyd, who was a gun in last season, he's on a bit of a fly at the moment, and I'm actually quite surprised he's actually back out racing, because last night during the V8 Sculpts round he suffered a hardware issue. And speaking of which, Jack Boyd's just gone fastest with a 2 minute 36.3, which makes him just over 6/10 clear of Hindle. Just under. Whoa! That was a big rollover on top of the mountain. I'm trying to see who that was. bit of shenanigans happening before the race has even started. That's Tanae Venables? Tane Venables, there we go. It was Lee Harrison that had that bit of the rollover up from McPhillamy Park. So that's not what you need in the first season. And Michael Yip, he's made his return after a couple of rounds off from last season. But he'll be going down towards the chase. He's side by side by Adam Sharp. These cars are definitely very light, very nimble, and very easy to drive around. And I got a feeling that the mirrors are possibly been transferred from the Holden and maybe the Ford Mustang supercar. But I guess Michael's lap. It was looking very decent though. Yeah, it was Adam Sharp that was involved in that one. So we got less than 2 minutes to go. Going towards 1.5 minutes. Fortunately, quite a few people unfortunately miss out on a lap.
Grid position will probably be pretty important in these things, I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, it would definitely be. 27 cars on the grid too for tonight's opener, so pretty exciting for that to happen. Jack Boyd on a flyer, but he needs to be very quick because time will run out. He's done a 2:37.4, so that's just over a second slower than his fastest. So I'm pretty excited by quite a few things coming into iRacing in the next build. Yeah, quite a few things. I'm quite excited for the next season of iRacing builds, including new grass textures, which has been pretty hyped up. Weed Sport, the speedway track, and what I've been, but even though it may not be coming out this build, but what I've been hearing is that we've got an LMP2 one coming to iRacing.
Yeah, I saw a little photo of that the other day on one of the iRacing accounts.
Pretty excited, as well as Hockenheim. But anyway, session's over. Let's go down to the grid for the first of 2 races here at the International Mt Panorama Motor Racing Circuit. So, Jack Boyd not keeping his momentum from season 1. He is on pole position. Alongside him is Aaron Hindle, a first timer in the series. Yeah, Ivan Bantiago is in 3rd, followed by Andrew Hobby in 4th, Dale Carpenter in 5th, Matty Gray in 6th, Sam Lehman's in 7th, Lee Williams in 8th, Glenn Boyd's in 9th, Tim Rouse rounds out the 10th. And from 11th through to 15th will be Ben Edwards, Travis Lindorf, Brady Buchanan, Simon Polkins, Greg Holmes, Darren Sharp is in 16th, Tim Hertz in 17th, Philip Padiso is in 18th, Tame Venables is 19th, and Adam Sharp rounds out the top 20. Then we've got Michael Yip, Lee Harrison, Brock Lindorf, Brett Williams, Bill Barakat, George Gutierrez, and rounding out the grid is Tony Darossi? I don't know. We are ready to go. 27 car field. As these little NIMBY Mazda, I think inline 4s, are about to rev their little guts out as we wait for the green light to start off season 2. Here we go, let's rise. Season 2 of the Club Day Masters is now underway. I think we had a jump start from Andrew. I think it was Andrew Hobby. He's just jumped a little bit too late. And Ivan's just had an absolute poor start. Dropped down a couple of positions. Looks like most of the grid is looking very clean, coming out through Mountain Straight for the first time. Oh, a couple of cars going 3 wide, one almost completely in the dirt. That's Michael Yip in the NK entry. Almost 4 wide down the back there. It looks like these cars are going as clean as they possibly can. Going single file into Griffins for the first time. Oh no! Oh! Ooh, that was close. But that was a pump to the rear by Michael Yip. But thankfully, it looks like everyone's been keeping themselves straight. Oh,
yeah, the front 3 here seem to have created a bit of a gap already.
Yeah, oh, one in the wall. That's the 81 entry, Tim Rouse. Travis Lindhoff's in the wall. Looks like another. Oh, it's an absolute traffic jam at Solomon Park. More cars involved. That's at least 5 cars involved in that pile up. Okay, I just missed who that was, but looks like it started off from when Tim Rouse had that little spin coming up. Oh, he's gone a little bit too early. And, oh.
The yellow flag is out.
That was insane. But the caution has come out. First one for Season 2. Ooh. My, oh my, oh my. This will be a hard one for race control to try and deal with. Whew. So that's up to 5 cars involved in that lap 1 bungle on top of the mountain.
Yeah, that took out quite a lot of drivers there.
Yeah. But Tim, he did it all by himself. He took the cornering a little bit too early and a little bit too shallow, which unfortunately caused him to hit the wall. So they'll probably not look at it too harshly, but I think it just all comes down to the reactions to the cars behind, because it looks like some of them decide to not hit the brakes and try and continue driving on like nothing's ever happened.
Yeah, race control will have a fun time sorting all that out.
Indeed, they. Okay, just been told by our editor-in-chief here, JP, that it may be a racing incident, but we're not going to count. We would think it would be a racing incident. We're not 100% sure, but it will come down to race control and see what the result will be. Mainly at the end of the safety car period that we currently have. Yeah, the car was stationary. There's no way you can really go anywhere when there's an incident like this. But I gotta say, the sounds of the Mazda do remind me of those Toyotas. How loud they are. They sound like little buzzbox, little beehives. If the Aussie racing car doesn't sound quite as much as like. If that makes any sense. There's a couple of cars showing a couple of drivers showing a bit of damage on their cars, so this may affect them in terms of aerodynamics. Although these cars aren't that 100% aerodynamic.
I don't think they would be, and we do know that they do need to do a pit stop at some point in time, so it'll be interesting to see if they burn enough fuel at this point to go through to the end.
True. This will be very, very interesting how this will show up. But definitely keen for it. Oh, it looks like, yeah, look at that. We're just all falling into the pits. Oh, we never know, so this will be interesting.
Yeah, one driver made a bit of a late decision there coming over that yellow line to enter.
There we go, pit stop time. We'll see how that will control themselves. And oh, it looks like one's already gone off very quickly. I'll see who that is. Greg Holmes in the DeWalt entry came in and out, and looks like he's should be the race leader.
Yeah.
The
Jack
giant,
a lot of point places there.
Yeah, Jack's lost. I was trying to say, where on earth is he? But yeah, ginormous jump for Greg Holmes. Almost big enough jump to the point of saying, did he actually hit it all?
Yeah, did he take enough to get to the end?
Yeah. There's a few guys.
Hey Ed.
There's quite a few guys on the chat wishing, saying a big welcome back to Jonathan.
Hello all.
Actually, what if I think we might have just missed on this one, but I do remember just hearing that there's going to be no waiver rounds this season.
Yeah, I heard that too.
That's pretty interesting. So the lap drivers will no doubt be affecting the guys on the lead lap. So that's going to cause a couple of issues for those who may be up front. So those who may be a lap down and have like the battle for the top 10 behind them, my suggestion is to try and get out of the way as soon as you can. Most likely down Mutton Straight, if you can. Otherwise, just try and get yourself into a rhythm and don't do anything stupid, as the cars are coming around Conrod Straight now. Yeah, lights are on the Porsche safety car, so we shall be going back to some green flag racing list lap coming. Been hearing that Ivan is the race leader, and I just need to double check for this myself. See, I'm not making any false airways here. But Greg Holmes is actually a lap down. So he's done the jump for virtually nothing. So I do apologise about that misinformation, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so Ivan has left a ginormous gap over Greg Hunt, and this is what has been Greg Holmes. Sorry, this is the thing that he wants to try and avoid as we come back to green flag racing. And what I've just said, NC just pulls out of the way very quick smart. So good job on Greg for persevering and getting out of the way as soon as we can, as we got a bit of action coming in the hell corner, and that's Andrew Hobby almost around. That was very reminiscent of the Matt Neal, Craig Lowndes, and I believe Glenn Signe's incident in the year 2000. Jack Boyd, who was in 5th, is now currently in 3rd. Ivan getting very defensive, coming into, I believe we're coming up to the cutting now. Oh, he's going to compromise. That's a huge compromise. They're 3 wide coming up towards the cutting. Aaron is not give up. Oh, and he's got him. He's got him quick spot. 2 in 1 corner. How about that? Fantastic work from Jack Boyd. You can almost say he's basically the defending series champion. Although, I think the points from Season 1 have been finalised. Yeah, but Aaron all over the back of Boyd as they come up towards Rock Skyline. Oh, it's looking pretty interesting, so to speak. Down the mountain we go, as these cars go 2 off the deck. One of the sharpest, one of the most blind corners in Australian motorsport. Down towards Conrod Straight. Now can just relax for a bit, but I'm not sure about Jack. Actually, speaking of Jack, he might have actually pulled some ground over Aaron, but Aaron's not giving up on this. No, he's not.
That slipstream will be helping him at the moment too.
Definitely.
He look down the inside here.
Here we go. Has the slingshot. But is there going to be any dirty air that's going to affect him? The answer is no when he takes the race lead, but makes it extra defensive. Makes the car absolutely wide coming into the Caltex chase. This is not a pretty good work here, but Jack will be a bit will be knowing that the efficiency of the slipstream and the slingshot of these Mazda MX-5s can work in his favour. So here we go, as we about to enter our 5th lap around this 6.213 kilometer circuit. So, and also got to be focused on time certainty. So the time is set to 30 minutes, maybe plus 1 lap. So if we don't do the 12 laps, you're probably wondering why. So we could be under time certainty as Jack Boyd reclaims the race lead again using aerodynamics. Oh, that's side by side. That's side by side. Jack's in a pretty vulnerable spot here, but he'll have the best preferred racing line at the cutting as Aaron's just holding behind. Ivan in the background ready to pounce. He could do a double slipstream, but if he's clever enough, he can do a double slipstream down Conrad Straight. Seeing as well as a couple of other battles down the mid-pack as well. Ivan doing pretty well to stay within these guys, but I think that's down to the aerodynamics of these cars. And the good thing about them is that because of where they are, there is no dirty air that will prevent them from not being able to pass, which is a very common issue in terms for race series like Formula One, supercars, and maybe even GT racing. Oh, look at Jack's just weaving down Conroy Straight, trying to make his Mazda look as wide as humanly possible. Trying to get the slipstream broken as we come towards the chase at close to 210 kilometers per hour. Nothing breakneck-like as, they're side by side. Oh, he's not giving him no room. Fantastic driving by the two of them. Oh no, they touched.
Nearly disaster.
That was, yeah, nearly disaster, but there's visual damage between Jack Boyd and Aaron Hindle. This is going to be absolutely intense as we enter the, I assume, the halfway point of the race. 7 to go. Up Mountain Straight. And Ivan's actually now jumped to second. So the damage that Aaron's has unfortunately has done more harm than good, as Dale Carpenter in the 111 entry has joined into the fray. So this has become a 4-car battle for the effective race lead. Not effective, sorry. The actual race lead. Up towards the cutting. Yet again. Jack's got a bit of a gap now over himself and Hindle. Oh, side by side again. Man, that's. We're now on board with Brady Buchanan and Ben Edwards, chasing the bottom end of the top 10. Oh. Looking, oh, there's one wall. That's Bill Barakat. Looks like it's just taking too much curb.
And lost it on his own.
Yeah. Too much curb coming out of McPhilly Park. He always did a McLaughlin from the shootout back in 2017, but it just ran a little bit too wide. Here Barakat's just used a little bit too much curbing on the in the inside, which unfortunately caused that adverse reaction, which caused him to spin on the outside. Jack Boyd's got a bit of a lead going on against the other guys. But looks like Aaron's still keeping him honest. Go quickly to well, speaking of Boyd, that's Simon Paulson's and the back there with Glenn Boyd. This is for position number 9. Paulson's last lap was a 41.3. Glenn Boyd's was also a 41.3. But Paulson's is just faster by 4/100ths of a second. So they're almost equally matched against each other. As it looks like Glenn is just trying to break the draft. Swings to the outside, comes back to the inside for the preferred racing line. Again, still keeping them honest. Oh, there's a battle for leads starting to heat up this. Oh, no. You can't. Oh, how? I honestly thought that's going to turn into a side-by-side drive up through Sulman Park into McPhillamy. Ivan's now been threatened by Dale Carpenter. This is for the bottom end of the podium. Looks like Ivan's has got a bit of a gap going there. Again, just keeping him honest. Yeah, so it looks like the best advantage that Jack Boyd's had is on top of the mountain. That's when the car isn't that vulnerable because of that damage on the left-hand side. It looks like Dow has had a bit of a moment because he's down in 4th, where last lap he was in 3rd. Down towards the chase. Yet again, looking very, very, again, keeping it calm, cool, calm, and consistent. Oh, that's close again. Ben Edwards again coming under attack by Brady Buchanan. Buchanan just goes a little bit off at the exit of the chase. But again, the gap seems to be here and there. Tim Hurst. Oh boy. Trying to see what on earth's going on here. Tim Hurst battling with Lee Williams with 4 to go. Got actually quite a few competitive battles here, to be honest.
Yeah, we still got the battle going on for the lead.
Yeah, that hasn't stopped at all. Yeah, it looks like there's a bit of a pattern forming as well. As Jack seems to be slower down the straights, but when it comes towards the top of the mountain, he's actually got much more of a gap. Oh, he's touched the wall, overcooked it a little bit, so there's now damage on both sides of this car. So that won't, unfortunately, that would affect him aerodynamically, as we've got traffic in front of Travis Lindorf, which may affect him in some way. Aaron's in the slipstream. Trying to see where they are. They're side by side, and Aaron takes the race lead yet again. But does he do? No, Jack doesn't do the crisscross. But he's trying it now, and has actually done it. Did the switchback very successfully. Must have had a better exit of the chase than what he did with Aaron. What Aaron did is to come up towards the 9th lap of the race, and this battle is still heating up. Only 4 tenths within each other. Same with the battle behind between Lee Harrison and Ivan. Dale looks like he's probably made another mistake. He's down now in 5th. So this battle for the bottom step of the podium is starting to heat up a lot. Oh, they're side by side now. And Lee Harrison claims 3rd spot. Oh boy. Oh, did I just hit? If I got a fuel?
Yes, I can confirm that.
How? Oh, there's a car smoking up front too. That's Travis Travis Lindorf, whose car is smoking. Whether he's just over-revved the car a little bit too much. So it looks like Ivan is fuel saving to the end. So he must have short filled the car significantly, and it's caused this catastrophic turn of events. Jack Boyd now out to a second lead as he gets a little bit sideways coming into Forest Elbow. Oh!
Oh,
Aaron's around! Aaron's around!
Yeah.
What a shame! What on earth happened there? Oh, it's just gone a little bit too quick! And smacks it into the wall. He's going to lose a ton of spots, now currently in 10th. It's a huge shame. So it's Jack Boyd. It's pretty much got clean air right from here to the end. Indeed. Ivan's is now back in the podium spot and most likely would have secured it. With 3 laps to go, I might have thrown a commentary curse on him, so Ivan, if you hear this, I'm very sorry. But here we go. Jack Boyd has got the bait off the hook and is looking very, very fine to so the last lap looks like Jack Boyd was slowest compared to Lee Harrison, who has done a blistering lap. So, which was a 38 now. So Lee Harrison's last lap was a 38.2. Jack Boyd's last lap was a 38.5. So that's not much. That's 3 tenths. And Ivan's out of fuel. He's out of fuel. No! I had thrown the commentary curse on him. Now Sam Lehman is now in 3rd. So this insane turn of events.
big moment from Jack Boyd across the top.
Oh, did see that. That was insane. So Lee Harrison and Sam Lehman are pretty much off the hook. Only a couple of laps to go. This is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. But Aaron, still trying to get through, is now about to pass Glenn Boyd as he does on prompt. Down Forest Elbow. One of the best passing spots in my opinion. Outside of the chase and maybe whole corner if you're brave enough. But look at that. Aaron's trying to make his master as wide as possible. They're going to be side by side coming down under the Mitsubishi Fuso sign. They're not giving themselves an inch. But unfortunately, Aaron has the ball behind and tries to go to the outside of the chase. And again reclaims the 9th spot. This time much more securely. Because you now have, I would think, to be the last lap, so 2 to go on cue. But looks like we might run out of time as the 30-minute window is about to lapse. So this will be the last lap of the race, which means we'll miss out on 1 lap of racing, Now, catching up to Jack Boyd, catching up to lap traffic, that being of BL Barakat. The BL and all gets out of the way very fine in his very second-hand Mazda MX-5. Up the mountain we go. This is getting pretty interesting. Actually, no, it's not. Everyone seems to have spaced themselves out, so. But the only battle that we really have at the moment is between Simon Paulson's and Lee Williams. This is for 8th. There's only one.
Sorry, you go.
You go.
I was just going to say, it'll be interesting to see how these fast guys come through the pack in this second race.
Definitely. Whoa, I think that's Lee that's gone a little bit wide. He's now being harassed by Ben Edwards. This should be the last lap of the race. Jack Boyd coming around Caltech's chase for, I would think, to be the final time. And indeed it is. Jack Boyd continuing on the momentum that he had last season. It didn't have it his own way though. He had to fight for this one and takes victory in first race of season 2 here at the Mount Panorama circuit. Lee Harrison second, Sam Lehman third. As the battle for the back of P8 gets a little bit intense. Here we go, down towards Mechanic. This is down towards Murray's. Looks like the positions will stay for the time being. And Aaron Hindle finishes in 5th. It's on the fastest lap of the race, a 37.3 on the last lap. What? That was an insanely clean race.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So the results are as followed. Jack Boyd is your race winner. He's in 1st. Lee Harrison is in 2nd. Sam Lehman's in 3rd. That rounds out the podium. Then we have Matty Gray in 4th. Aaron Hindle in 5th. Glenn Boyd's in 6th. Simon Paulson's in 7th. Lee Williams in 8th. Ben Edwards in 9th. And Tim Hurst rounds out the 10. Tane Venables is in 11th. Brady Buchanan in 12th. Ivan Ventiago, who was so close for getting his first podium of the season, looks like they will have to wait. He finishes in an unlucky 13th. Dale Carpenter in 14th. Adam Sharp in 15th. And then we get to the drivers that didn't finish on the lead lap. So Philip Padiso finishes in 16th. Andrew Hobby in 17th. Brock and Travis Lindorf, 18th and 19th respectively. Brothers, I would think. Tim Rouse is in 20th. Then Bill Barakat is in 21st. Michael Yip in 22nd. Brett Williams in 23rd. George Gutierrez, 24th. I think we're heading towards the non-finishers. Darren Sharp in 25th. Greg Holmes in 26th. And Tony Dacarozzi did not start the race.
Oh.
So, get the podium guys up first, and then we'll get ready to go racing for race number 2. So we let's get the podium guys up. So okay, let's get Sam Lehman up. He's our third placed driver. Sam, congratulations on the first podium of the season. How did it feel?
Thanks, Isaac. Yeah, it's a great way to kick off season 2 with a podium. It feels really good.
Definitely has. You're looking like you're about to finish at best 5th, but with the guys ahead having incidences and running out of fuel, it kind of fell in your lap.
Oh, look, when it comes to iRacing, Stephen Bradbury is my hero, so I appreciate everything I can get.
Yeah, true. Can't say no to Stephen Bradbury.
No, love a Bradbury.
Yep. So, got any thoughts on how you think season 2 is going to pan out?
Based on that race, it's awesome. You know, the racing was really clean, except when I outbraked myself at the chase and ran Lee off the road. Doesn't matter, he beat me anyway. No, look, it was a really good race. I thought the standard of driving was exceptional from everybody, and I really enjoyed it. Can't wait for the rest of the season.
Same here. They got any sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, we better get it right this season. So, Holding 93 SimSport and Innes Motors.
Awesome. It's good to see you back on the podium, Sam, and hope to see you more this season.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, Isaac.
No worries. So, we should be getting P2 up very shortly. Looks like we're having Lee Harrison was our P2. Lee, awesome. Lee Harrison, you there?
Yeah, got you guys.
Congratulations on a P2. How's it feel?
Yeah, pretty good considering qualifying didn't quite go to plan. So it was good to fight back and not lose too many points on Jack early on in the championship here because it wasn't looking too promising after qualifying.
True. Just seeing here, you came from 22nd to finish in second, so that's a net gain of 20 spots.
Yeah, I a couple of hold my breath moments on the first lap. Definitely nearly needed a change of underwear coming over the top of the hill the first time, but we missed that luckily, and then the safety car definitely played into our hands, and I think read the fuel numbers right, and we got good with the strategy there. So yeah, good to, again, like I said, not lose too many points on Jack because we all know he's going to be the benchmark.
Awesome. Got any sponsors want to give a brief shout out to?
Yeah, just say good day to my dad and my uncle, Adelaide Indoor Mini RC Races, and that's about it.
Awesome. Hope to see you on the podium again in the coming season.
Me too. Let's do it.
Let's do this. So that was Lee Harrison in P2. We now have Jack Boyd, who is our race winner from the first heat. Jack, looks like the momentum from season 1 has kept going into season 2.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Pretty fun race there with Aaron. Unfortunately, I think I touched up pretty much every single panel on the car, but still a good race.
It definitely was. You were having a very decent battle between yourself and Aaron Hindle. There was some cases where it looked like you weren't going to win this one, but unfortunately he had that little spin at Forest Elbow.
Sure, with the draft, of course, around here, the lead changes quite a bit, and there's opportunity for some decent pack racing. So yeah, unlucky about the spin, but yeah, good race.
Yeah. Do you want to get any sponsors? Do you want to give a shout out to?
Quick thanks to our BIM Struck Drafting Services. Thanks, guys.
No worries, and we would expect to see you back here on the winners stage throughout this season. Alright, that was Jack Boyd, your race winner. As we don't have long now until just under 5 minutes until we start to do a bit of Heat 2 racing. So coming up in the for SimShed Broadcasting, we have, of course, the Club Day Masters. They're back on a Monday. Tomorrow we'll have the NTS V8 Evolution Championship. Split 2 will be broadcasted on a Wednesday. And on Thursday we have the Anscar Abruzzi Cup. So very exciting stuff coming up within the coming week on the channel. Just over 4 minutes left into warm up before we start the reverse grid racing. It's going to be very, very intense, I would think. Ooh. Looks like a couple of drivers just doing a little bit of their flippy dippies. If that makes any sense. Don't ask me. As Tane Velas has done the fastest lap in the session at 36.9, but I don't think that'll matter too much compared to what's about to come ahead. Got a minute and a half of warm-up left until we start the second race. Another 12 laps around the Mt Panorama circuit. Looking very, excuse me. I would think it was going to be a little bit intense than the last race, but who knows? I think I just realised I'm starting to make my own Murrayisms. Yeah. Yeah, JP just said Isaacisms. In case people don't really know, Murrayisms is from the great Formula One commentator Murray Walker, who is known for making mistakes during like very heated up moments. So it looks like I'm starting to get a little bit of influence from Murray Walker with these Murrayisms. Aaron Hendricks has done a 36.9, and that's actually pretty close. That's 5/1000s slower than Tane. So that's actually quite tight if you think about it. 5/1000s is not much. You know what I'm saying? It's almost pretty much dead on. As we've got 30 seconds left of qualifying. Oh boy. This is going to be very, very close. 12 laps reverse grid, so hold your breath, guys. This is So as the time time expires now, as we get ready to go racing here at Mt Panorama. So grid comes up. Troy Deroxy, who didn't race in race 1, I would think may not be able to race in race 2. So he's meant to be our pole man, but Greg Holmes is P2. Darren Sharp in P3. George Gutierrez is in 4th. Brett Williams is in 5th. Sorry, Michael Leap in 5th. Bill Barricat's in 6th. Tim Rouse in 7th. Travis Lindorf in 8th. Brock Lindorf in 9th. And Andrew Hobby rounds out your 10. Then it's Philip Paradiso in 11th. Adam Sharp in 12th. Dale Carpenter in 13th. Ivan Van Tagliato is in 14th. Brady Buchanan's in 15th. Tane Venables in 16th. Tim Hurst, Ben Edwards, Lee Williams, and Simon Poog is 18 to 20, and away we go. And looks like a very decent start indeed. No sign of any accidents as we come towards Hale Corner. 4 wide in the background. One car is off. That's Greg Holmes in the DeWalt entry. The one looks exactly like Scott Pye's ZB Commodore. It was our pole sitter, has lost pretty much every single spot imaginable, and then some, as we head towards Griffin's Bend for the first time. This is almost madness. It's not that set. It is madness. Dale Carpenter's gone around at Griffin's. Manages to keep it going, but he's missing a bonnet. Anyone missing a Mazda MX-5 bonnet?
Oh, Jack Boyd did a Marcus Ambrose.
Damn. Michael Yip's also involved. But Jack Boyd doing Ambrose. Did he get spun around?
He got whacked on that outside wall coming up the hill there.
Oh. George Gutierrez is now your race leader.
And he's just spun over the top.
Oh no, this is huge. Oh, that's coming up. John Hicksman Vista. Did he get another serving? No, he's done it all by himself, and looks like the curb did not. Looks like the curb was also against him. Huge. Oh, he's made another incident on top of the mountain. I reckon he's just going to call it time there, and Jesus, he's driving backwards. Yeah. Besides that, Adam Sharp looks like he's fighting tooth and nail. A lot of cars fighting tooth and nail. Doing dive bombs and a half. All matches. Oh, that's questionable. Oh, this is like rush hour in Sydney. Although I have no idea what rush hour feels like. 3 wide coming into Murray's corner. Oh no! Oh. Serving and a half. Whoa, that was almost a questionable re-entry there for Sharp. Brett Williams is now your race leader, just gone past George Gutierrez in the pink Mazda. Looks like race control is going to have their hands tied up with this issue. And who's that behind him? That's Darren Sharp in the 36 entry. Oh, does he get it sorted? Yes, he does, and Gutierrez reclaims the race lead. But for how long, though? We know these cars are very strong in terms of aerodynamics. Looks like George had a bit of a scraping on the wall. Aaron Hindle's jumped up 14 spots. He's now currently, I don't know. He's currently in 9th. He's currently battling Brock Lindoff in what looks to be the Humble. I think it's called the Humble or the Red Bull MX-5. Oh, it is off. He's in the grass. That's a Lindoff. That was a Scott McLaughlin. But is there an invoice? Will there be a price to pay on that one? We're about to find out. Oh, that might be contact up front. Oh! How did he avoid that? It's absolutely magical. Oh. This is turning into some insanely close racing. It's now behind Bilal Barakat. Side by side coming up under the Fuso sign. Almost 2 abreast, even behind him. Aaron does make the pass. But, he's off. Watch for the rejoin though. Does well, good job. He had to avoid a couple of drivers as he faced a pit stop. Car's off. More cars spinning. I just heard there's a drive-through penalty for car 32 for the incident on lap 1. That's Ivan Bantagiato, who's been given a pit lane penalty. I think it was a drive-through penalty for. There we go. Ivan's been black flagged a 30-second stop and hold penalty for the contact on the opening lap. Couple of conversations just coming up on how pit lane's how the penalty's meant to be served, but this battle for the leads actually started to grow because it's now a battle for the top 3 with Tane Venables and Andrew Hobby getting absolutely harassed, and Tane all over George. Well, George is all over Tane. No, sorry. Andrew's all over Tane. My apologies. I'm having another Murrayism. Here we go. Down Conrod Straight. This battle is not going to stop. Oh, George, very ultra defensive, but does it pay off? Oh, it almost gets a loose. George knows this track very well because he has raced it in real life in the Toyota Gazoo Racing 86 series. As he pulls into the pits, tries to gets himself out of this pressure. Pulls it down to 50. So Tane Venables is now your race leader. Aaron Hindle now in 3rd. It's on the 36.2, so that is your fastest lap of the race. He's 2 seconds faster than Tane and Andrew, so he's reeling them in like a school of fish. But the question is, do you want to pit now or do you want to pit later? Because there might be a short-term gain, but could a short-term pain be equal a long-term gain, or vice versa? But the safety car will be called out, but it just depends when. I would think. Yeah. Don't want to get yourself caught behind the safety car. But here we go. Up the mountain. Seems that everyone has pretty much haven't really kept themselves busy that much. It's all pretty quiet. A couple of battle packs. Foreman. Jack Boyd's back out. He's now in that 17th position.
Glenn just had a wreck on the last corner, last lap.
Oh. That's why he's damaged. That's why the front of his car looks a bit. How you doing?
Yeah, he got caught up in someone else's.
That's a huge shame. Oh, Jack gives it a. Oh, and traffic won't help either. Dear me. So, oh, this is a decent. Oh boy, oh boy. No, this Biffin and Bargain, honestly, they should have done it when this. Oh, that's close to catastrophe. That is between Gutierrez and Williams. They're still side by side. They're still side by side. Whoa! Unbelievable. George almost gets shafted into the grass. And Michael Yip decides that he wants to turn his Mazda MX-5 into a BT50 and goes a bit of, oh, George! Nice save though, I'll take that. Oh, no! Wait, that's Brett Williams and he's in the wall. He's in the wall hard at Hell Corner. I've got a serving from George though, so that's definitely going to come under scrutiny from race control. Definitely, that's a penalty for sure.
Yeah, it looks like after that hit, he has no steering in the front.
Yeah, I reckon that's his race over. Top 3 though, Aaron Hindle, still your fastest man. Hit a 36, 36, which is at least a second quicker than Tane Venables, who is your current race leader. It's still reeling him in. But the question is, will the top 2, or maybe even the top 3, will finish will come to the pits now?
Are we going to see a move here?
But then you be careful with the safety car, but otherwise that would definitely throw a spanner in the works. Then you try to think about it now. Here we go. Do they pit? Yes, they do. Excellent. And Aaron follows them in. So this is about to become a race of nutrition, as they all seem to come in almost in the same gap as each other. But just need to be careful of the safety car, because I think Michael Yip He's your effective race leader. So let's see how this will go. They're coming down towards the chase now. They're not on screen just yet.
The yellow flag is out.
Oh, the cautions have come up. And they're out. And Aaron has gained a spot. Here goes the guys in the lead, and they're pretty much maintained P1 and 3. But unfortunately, very poor timing for the safety car to come out. But in the way of how iRacing works, these guys might have to have an end-of-line penalty because they came in a closed pit. They exited a closed pit, which... Is it the case? We're not 100% sure yet, but that's how the iRacing officiates it. If they exited a closed pit, they will be given an end-of-line penalty. This would easily ruin their race. And seeing Tane has actually been the worst off of the 3. He's now down in 3rd. Andrew Hobby's gone up to is now in 1st. Aaron Hindle is in 2nd. Yeah, race control can override the ELL penalty if it gets given. Which the questions haven't come up just yet, unless they have and I didn't hear it. We're about to find out very, very shortly. True. Yeah, we're just speaking, and the safety car hasn't come out of the pit, so they might have just dodged a bullet and haven't come in, haven't been given an EOL penalty because they they haven't been given a penalty. The safety car hasn't come out, so that's a bullet that you've easily dodged. So the safety car should be coming out now as we enter the halfway point of the race. Be chasing down the safety car, who is now out on track. They should be A-OK in theory. This is also playing into the hands of Aaron Hindle, who he was gone up 21 places to be in second. As what on earth is going on? Michael Yip has just... Hold on. Michael Yip's just... Are they trying to sort themselves out? Because... Or is this a double file restart? No? It looks like they've all formed back in line. I don't know why that's the case. Yeah, true. Mike's just being a little bit ambitious there. Jack Boyd's currently in 12th. He's had a pretty dismal race. He's had more hits than any arts you can think of on top of your head. JP said Elvis, but I think there's probably more artists that had more hits than Elvis. I'm not too sure about that, but yeah. You can hear the Porsche safety car absolutely revving its guts out as it does, because safety car gun a safety car. Does it do the infamous whack on the wall? Yep! Safety car does the infamous whack to the wall here at Mt Panorama. Which is actually, the car's pretty, safety car's actually pretty infamous to do so because, well, I don't know, don't ask me, why does it like to whack itself in and morph itself into the wall? JP's answer, because it can. So, give sponsors a bit of a shout out. First of all, to Abruzzi Raceware. I've got a pair of Abruzzi gloves myself, and I got to say it's the most comfortable gloves I've ever worn. So shameless plug there. Also to Digital Marketing Tribe for coming back for the second season to be the title sponsor for the series, as well as Slipstream Motorsport, one of the new sponsors for the season. Driven Pains Graphics, who also returns for a second season, as well as the Virtual Motorsport Mentor, as well as Track Cams Gourmet with these very I'm trying to think of a food joke, but I just can't think of a good one. They make good camera packs. That's what I'm trying to say. Light down safety car. Oh, I just heard that guys, I just had a black flag. Same as Aaron Hindle. Sam is Tane? Would this May, they need a black flags cleared, but with that in mind, if nothing gets done, and I would think it would get done, Andrew Hobby, Aaron Hindle, and Tane Venables were your top three who have had who was in the pits when the caution came out. They were coming out of the pits beforehand. Andrew Hobby and Tane Venables. So the penalties have been cleared. They shouldn't really been doing so. Tane's in third, the 43 machine. So there we go. The black flags have been cleared for what simply is a over racing type of discipline. iRacing should definitely do the road safety car rules. But I know they've got bigger priorities and less staff due to the current pandemic that's been gripping the world. But here we go. We should be approximately 5 laps to go before the line. Sorry. Let's go on board with Aaron Hindle and see how he reacts to this. Making background noise. But here we go. Let's see how this will cope. As the safety car pulls in now, Andrew Hobby has control of the field, and he jumps away.
Green flag, green flag.
Well, not too much. It looks like Aaron Hindle is right behind him. They're about to go side by side to Hell Corner. Aaron is in a really bad spot. Coming towards Hell Corner, he almost gets it to work, and pretty much is able to get it to work, and he's now your race leader, but there's traffic ahead. There is traffic ahead, so this is... Oh! This is not what you want to be doing on a restart. Side by side coming into Griffith. Andrew's just in the wall. He's in the wall. Well, he got clipped by... He clipped Aaron, but that looked like netcode from what I've seen. So, to be honest, there's nothing you could really do, unfortunately. But he would have been hit regardless, so that's a shame for Andrew Hobby. That would have been a top 3 had it worked. Only a couple of minutes to go. Tane's is coming under fire from Michael Yip. Oh! On the wall! Oh my goodness! He needs a decent lead coming in towards Conrod Straight. Gets a pretty good run. Coming. Tane might be... Oh! 2 wheels in the dirt! That's unbelievable! There we go, down the back straightaway. Oh, Aaron's off big time. And he's in the wall. That is indeed game-changing stuff, but I think that's because he got a black flag for a penalty. Oh, Tane nearly spun Lima around and Lima's in the wall. Jeez, this race is getting intense laps after lap.
Yeah, it's really taking a turn here at the end.
Yeah. It looks like Aaron's race quit.
I believe they all had black flags on the restart again.
Again?
Yeah.
That is a huge shame.
As we're coming up to second last lap. Or our time certain.
Oh, this could could be close. We've got 2 laps to go, but the race could actually be over on this lap. So almost have confirmation that this could be the last lap of the race. So we're going to miss out on 2 laps of racing, thanks to the iRacing safety car. But here we go for, as they have the short charge down towards Forest Elbow. Oh, Lee gets a good run, but looks like Michael has got damage on his car. And he's got a penalty given out to, I think, car 43 for the incident at Murray's Corner. So the top 3 that was at the safety car restart, gone. At this moment, it's Lee's to lose. And I think the top 3 is pretty much all but secured. No, here we go. Across the line, Lee Harrison notches up. I think this is going to be his first race win of the Club Day Masters in a frantic second race. Michael Yip finishes in second. George Gutierrez will round out your podium. 1.2 seconds between first and second. As we try and find what even happened to Tane. Tane's dropping down, but because of his post-race penalty, which I think that's 15 seconds added on. Ooh. Really was exciting stuff. So, some Lee doing Albury burnouts, because that's how you do it in Albury. Oh, nearly gets whacked by Michael Yip. But it's pretty unusual that you do burnouts up Mountain Straight. Anywho. The final results should be coming up now. Should be coming up soonish. Yeah, last car crossing the line. And indeed, we should be very, very shortly. So here are your results on the screen now. Lee Harrison is your race winner. He wins it by 1.2 seconds over Michael Yip, who's in second. Jack Boyd manages to rebound from an awful first lap to come home in third position. Ben Edwards in fourth. Sam Lehman in fifth. Tim Rouse is in sixth. George Gutierrez finishes in seventh. I don't know how that's the case. That might have been a post-race penalty that was given to him. Matty Gray in eighth. Tane Venables in ninth. Brady Buchanan rounds out the top 10. That's Philip Patiso in 11th. Glenn Boyd in 12th. Lee Williams in 13th. Tim Hurst in 14th. Dale Carpenter in 15th. Darren Sharp in 16th. Ivan Ventagiato is in 17th. He's your last of the lead runners. Then we head to the lap finishes of Andrew Hobby in 18th. Aaron Hindle in 19th. Brock Lindoff. Okay, it's just adjusted for me for some reason. So everything's just gone out of whack. Okay, let's try that again. So Lee Harrison, Michael Yip, Jack Boyd, top 3. That's confirmed. Ben Edwards in 4th, Sam Lehman in 5th, George Gutierrez in 6th, Matty Gray's in 7th, Brady Buchanan's in 8th, Philip Pediso in 9th, Lee Williams rounds out. Glenn Boyd rounds out the 10. Sorry. Lee Williams in 11th, Tim Hurst in 2nd, Tim Rouse in 13th. That's the last of the old lap finishes. Then it's Dale Carpenter in 14th, Darren Sharp in 15th, Ivan Van Tagliato in 16th. I think I just skipped a heartbeat. Kane Venables in 17th, Travis Lindorff in 18th, Brock Lindorff in 19th, Andrew Hobby is in 20th. Then it's Aaron Hindle in 21st. I think these are heading towards your non-finishers. Aaron Hindle in 21st, Adam Sharp in 22nd, Brett Williams in 23rd, Bial Barakat in 24th, Greg Holmes in 25th, Tony DeGrossi and Simon Paulson's were your non-starters. So that was a pretty good start to the new season.
Yeah, it was quite interesting 2 races there,
Yeah,
and 2 very different results.
very interesting. Should be waiting on a couple of things. Let's get your P2 driver up now, Michael. Yep, Michael, congratulations on a P2. How's it feel?
Yeah, thanks, Isaac. Yeah, that was a great race. I mean, great comeback because I got spun at the start, but yeah, no, it was a great race.
Definitely was. Had a pretty intense racing there in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, the mid-pack gets pretty feisty. Yeah, I mean, it was a good race all around though. Yep.
Definitely is. Got any sponsors want to give a shout out to?
No, not really.
Just by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. But congratulations on P2, Michael. Let's get your race winner, Lee Williams. Lee, congratulations on that race win. Oh, this may not be the right Lee.
Yeah, you guys have got the right Lee. Lee Harrison here.
Yay! Congratulations on that win, Lee. How's it feel?
Yeah, obviously we went one better than the first race, which is nice, and it's a pleasure to speak to you guys twice in the same event. And yeah, I think we'll come away leading the championship, so you got to be happy with that. It's just a shame we can't make the next 2 races, but that's
damn.
Yes, very unfortunate.
It's just been confirmed that Lee, you are currently second in the points championship by a point.
Oh, Jack must have got some bonus points for pole then. So no, that's all right. Look, he doesn't have much of a head start, and at least he knows I'm going to come knocking on his door for the next time that I'm on. So hopefully we can keep this speed up.
True. Got any sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
The wife in bed listening in, and I think my dad and my uncle tuned in again. So Adelaide Indoor Mini RC Races, if anyone wants to check them out on Facebook and join in, feel free to come out and have a play.
Definitely will be. Congratulations on the win, Lee, and hope to see you again very soon.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
No worries. Oh, so after that interesting first round race of the season, could this be the new standard that we'll be seeing in the coming rounds ahead? We don't know. Jack Boyd is currently your championship leader by 143 points. Lee Harrison with 142 points. So only a point separates the top 2, which is pretty close for an opening season. But although I have seen I think a couple of times that an opening championship has had drivers tied on for points. But alas, we head into next round. Thank you so much, guys, for being part of the broadcast. Jonathan, thank you for being part as a co-commentator again for this season.
All good, Isaac.
And
Always good to have you back.
definitely will be. Definitely is. But thank you all so much for watching, and we'll be back next week for some more Club Day Masters action. Until then, it's goodbye for now.